Ham radio is dying. And before you blame the FCC, the internet, or kids these days, let's be honest. It's our fault. The repeaters are quiet, the club meetings are empty, and the same 10 people are running every event. Meanwhile, we spend more time arguing about Baofangs and digital modes than actually talking on the air. Let's talk about it. Hey there, welcome to HamShackTV. I'm your host, Josh, A4WX. Appreciate you being here. Today's video is brought to you by BetterSafeRadio.com. Go check out BetterSafeRadio.com. Let's talk about this. This is something I've been thinking about lately, and a lot of people do say ham radio is dying, and I tend to agree. You drive across town and key up your local repeater, and what do you hear? Static. Maybe once a week you'll hear a net, but it's the same check-ins, the same voices, reading the same old scripts. We call ourselves a communication hobby, yet half the time there's no one communicating. HF bands go silent for hours. Local clubs are losing members faster than they can recruit them. And when someone does try to spark interest, they're told, that's not real ham radio. This gatekeeping attitude of superiority is freaking killing us from the inside out. Get out of the old man mentality and let's welcome some new people into the hobby. I'm sorry I'm blowing up your speakers, but good Lord, folks, I've had it with the holier than thou attitudes of old hams. I'm over it. We've got to be welcoming to people in our hobby. We've got to. You know, and there's nothing that sparked me into this little bit of outrage, but the fact is, we've got to do better, folks. We really need to do better. You know, I was in Detroit, Michigan last weekend. It took me a few tries to get somebody to come up to me on a repeater when I called out. Same with Los Angeles last week. I tried 3 different repeaters. All 3 of those repeaters are classified as the most popular repeaters in Los Angeles. It took me begging somebody to come back to me and say, hey, I just need to make sure my radio is working to get somebody to come back. Folks, we've got a problem. We've got a problem. If somebody is keying up your repeater, talk to them. You may be busy, and I get that. But if somebody is keying up your repeater, talk to them. We've got to be welcoming in this hobby, guys. We are making mistakes. Drastic mistakes. Let's talk about the next generation. Where are they? They're on Discord. They're on Twitch. They're on TikTok. They're on YouTube. Building massive communities around gaming and streaming and science, technology, engineering, and math. They're not afraid of technology. They live in it. And yet we can't seem to show them how ham radio is technology. Instead, we'll tell them it's too expensive, too complicated, or they'll need to earn it like they did in the 80s. We laugh when they call 2 meters the ham walkie channel. Then we wonder why they never come back. And let's be real, leadership hasn't really helped. The ARRL, the organization that's supposed to protect and promote the amateur radio hobby, kind of to me still feels like it's stuck in 1995. The magazine has pretty much disappeared. Yes, you can get it on your iPad, but it's pretty much disappeared. Programs are disappearing, and the outreach just isn't connecting with modern audiences. I do have to promote the Teachers Institute. That is a step in the right direction by the ARRL, but we can do more. We can do more, and I'm opening myself back up to the ARRL. You know, I dismissed them a while back, but we've got to do more. We've got to incentivize these kids to join the hobby. And when I say kids, I mean anybody from kids my children's age all the way up to the early 20s. We've got to get them in the hobby, folks. We've just got to. Where's the innovation? Where's the effort to bring radio back into schools, maker spaces, and even storm spotter networks? Instead, we get bureaucracy and politics and excuses. And the future of this hobby doesn't live in Newington, Connecticut. It lives in us. It lives in us. I feel like Rush Limbaugh right now. We've just got to have a heart to heart about this, y'all. We've got to have a heart to heart and understand where our problems are as a hobby. Everybody's too worried about these confounded cell phones. You can sit there and watch your grandchild or your child sit there and just go like this, nonstop, when they can pick up a daggum microphone and say CQ, AA4WX. I didn't really key up. I'm just using that as an example. How about instead of using our thumbs to talk to somebody, we actually talk to them? Guys, talk to your nieces, nephews, your grandchildren, your children. Bring them in. Welcome them in. Ham Radio Prep is a great way to do that. Go to hamradioprep.com. You can get your child or your niece or nephew or grandchild a Ham Radio Prep membership that will teach them the technician class. They can get their license. It's that easy. Ham Radio Prep is so sure that they can help you get your license. They offer a money-back guarantee. You'll pass your exam on the first attempt, or they'll give you your money back. You have to see the website for details, hamradioprep.com. Coupon code HamShackTV gets you 10% off. So we're doing all we can to help you. You know what I mean? Maybe Christmas is coming up. Give the gift of Ham Radio Prep. Why not? Speaking of Ham Radio Prep, let me talk about my sponsor today, BetterSafeRadio.com. Once they pass their technician test, get them a radio from BetterSafeRadio.com. Better Safe Radio has great handy talkies that are pre-programmed with the most popular repeater pairs frequencies in the United States. Makes it super, super easy. Go check out BetterSafeRadio.com, and when you do, I have a coupon code AA4WX7. You get 7% off any purchase greater than $100. It's BetterSafeRadio.com. All right, while we sit back debating code requirements, which guys, get it out of your freaking minds. The code requirement is gone. It's never coming back. It's gone. Morse code's still there, but it's never coming back as a requirement. So I'm sick of you old men still talking about the code requirement. It's gone. Forget it. Other communities are thriving, though. Look at GMRS. Look at storm chasers. Look at preppers. Look at off-roaders using simple radios to stay connected. FRS radios. GMRS. Yes, GMRS you have to have a license for. But you know what? It's as simple as paying for the license. There's no studying involved. Why not have an inviting hobby that they can earn their license and have a little pride in it and not get run off the freaking radio by some old man? They're doing exactly what ham radio is built for: communicating, learning, and building community. Only they're doing it without having to take a test, or even without a license in the case of FRS or CB. Meanwhile, we're fighting over repeater control and whose signal was too long on the net. We've forgotten why amateur radio exists. And it's not about who's right. It's not about who's got the cleanest signal or the biggest tower. It's about service. It's about experimentation. It's about human communication. If ham radio dies, it won't be because of the internet. It'll be because we stopped inspiring anyone to pick up the mic. Because we made newcomers feel small. Because we let silence take over the airwaves. But it's not too late. Every time you call CQ, you're proving that this hobby is still alive. Every time you make a new ham, or every time you help a new ham make their first contact, you keep the flame burning. The question isn't, is ham radio dying? The question is, what are you doing to keep it alive? I'm Josh, AA4WX, and I love this hobby way too much to watch it fade away. Ham radio isn't dead yet. There's still time. I'll soon be. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. 73 AA4WX WSCB 693.